What is up? Matt Pratt here, and today we're going to work on this 2002 BMW E46 M3. Why does that car have such a big name? I don't know. Anyways, let's talk about it for a second. We got everything welded in there. The part of the floor that fell out, the brace that I reinforced on that floor is back in it, and we welded up. And I have all the footage of me performing all that work. The only footage that I don't have is the vlog footage where I explain step by step everything that I'm doing. The camera that I'm using, this camera that I'm actually using right now, got screwed up. It threw some stupid error and everything I've recorded ain't there. It is what it is. But the good news is that I'm very confident of how this floor welded in there. It was a lot of stitch welding, tack welding, hammering, banging, grinding, whatever. And it actually does look crazy. You will see it looks like a Frankenstein piece of floor in there. But after seam sealing it and putting some undercoat on there and all that stuff, it actually looks pretty factory. I'm gonna play all that footage and then we're gonna put the car in the air and go over it and then continue on with the rest of this project. What they look like. We got etching primer on there. I might hit that with a hammer. I might tack that and then tighten that up. Maybe we'll play around with the fitting on that. But yeah, stop some blow on there. Got my handy dandy air blower. I don't have Matt with me today, so I gotta keep an ear open and listen to sizzling or anything, get that air blower in there. So it's gonna be interesting. All right, so the car is all put together now. Now my camera works. Right now, let's go over this thing so I can show you everything that I did. As you can see, this is the area where the floor was sitting down. I'll start with this side first because we definitely remember what that looked like. You can see I put a couple extra welds here. You can see where the subframe is at. You can actually see a big old piece of steel that's holding it all together. I threw a couple welds right here for the spring perch. Yeah, you can see our spring perch all the way back in there. Looks really good. See, those are like our patch panels and everything from like random holes that were in it. You can see that the undercoating doesn't look too bad. It actually looks pretty good. Somewhat factory looking. You see the spring perches in that area. But I had to weld up all of that. So pretty much when I was trying to line all this up in there just to make sure I had the right, measurements so the subframe would bolt right in there, I did have to measure from that point all the way to this point, and I made sure I measured that, and obviously my measurement is pretty damn correct because it's sitting in the right spot. But overall, I feel like I'm pretty happy with everything underneath here. I could have did subframe bushings and rear diff bushings. Honestly, it wasn't that hard to pull this in and out. We'll see how bad they are. I mean, I'm not trying to put a ton of money in this. I'm trying to build it as cheap as possible. So I really didn't see any major rips or anything like that telling me those needed to be replaced. So it's kind of like a factory look, I did a little bit of undercoating here. We had to do some major welding there. Our filler neck finally here, the normal looking gas cap and filler neck or whatever. This comes up. Whatever. And anyways, that's in the right position now. Figures. So yeah, we still gotta do the inside of the trunk area, but right now I want to take care of these dang brakes. These brakes are rough. I mean, look at the lip on there. So I got some new rotors and pads and everything. I'm gonna freshen up the calipers a little bit, and I got a set of wheels for it too. They're nothing crazy. There's factory M3 wheels, but we're gonna play around with some spacers and stuff like that, see if we can make them look really good. All right, let's get on it. Caliber kind of like prepped out. I personally like taking calibers off the car and doing them, but I don't feel like bleeding the brake. Like I said, this is a quick little beater car, so I'm not trying to put too much money and time into it. I want it on the road, so I can do fun stuff to it. So I'm gonna try this Eastwood paint. It's supposed to mimic like the zinc coating. Duplicates OEM zinc diochromate plating. What? Who puts a word that big on a Eastwood can? Anyways, I cleaned it. I cleaned the caliber up, and whatever. We got it scuffed up. Let's paint them gold. I hope it looks factory and not freaking ghetto gold. All right, this is looking like ghetto gold. And that is not what I was looking for. But I don't have any other paint, so I want to get this done, so we'll rock it like that for now. It is what it is. We got a lot to do. Right here, I got an Amazon special. These are studs. Kind of screw in here. This is what, if you're not a BMW guy or Volkswagen guy, a German or European manufacturer guy, this is what they give you. It's a pain in the butt to put wheels on. Some super thick pads I'm gonna throw in there. These things kind of go in here with some Loctite, and yeah, then you get studs. So plus I got an Allen key on there. Call to get torqued down to 25 pounds or something like that. Put a little bit of red Loctite on it, and whatever. And another Amazon special here. Bam! Blue's gonna go good with this car. look good. These lug nuts look awesome. Kind of look like Boone Sports lug nuts or Ray's Engineering lug nuts, but they're actually Amazon specials also. And yeah, so it even comes with a socket just in case you don't have one. So I'm calling this side of the shop bad luck side. Number one, my light won't stay on over here. The last wheel and brake that I gotta do, pain in the ass to get the caliper off, pain in the ass to get the wheel off. I had one of these weird lug nut things that I'm changing. See, it's like stripped right there. It was actually in there crooked. I had to take the other 4 out and then get the wheel loose and turn the wheel. Then I could actually get the lug nut out. If you look at these brake pads, that is a lot of meat left. These are the usual brake pads I'm taking off. This is a rear. You can see there's no meat, a lot of meat, and most of the brake pads were like that one. So good chance that this caliper is seized. It's okay though, these calipers are so ugly, and not just because I painted them ghetto gold. That just gives me a reason to put a different set of calipers on there. I think I'm gonna look into some 996 calipers. I've been wanting to do it ever since I've seen these M3 calipers. They're so ugly. Bit of movement out of it. I don't think it's seized, but whatever. The gold's starting to grow on me, I'm not gonna lie. It kind of looks cheesy. But anyways, still ugliest caliper out there by far. All right, so the next thing we got to do is change these wheels. I can't stand these wheels. Maybe these wheels would look good one color, a different color. Maybe they would look good cleaned up, but I honestly don't like them. Funny part is I have another BMW outside I'm about to pull in that is kind of like a car me and Miller acquired, and it has the factory wheels that belong on this car. The only issue is that they're like painted, spray painted black. Yep, bringing another BMW into the mix. And the reason why is right here. These are factory E46 M3 wheels. These wheels actually belong on that car. The car was actually like a decent deal. I picked the car up because I could throw these wheels on there and the original wheels on here, and then I feel like I can still get rid of this car for the same price, and I'll just deal with all the BS. So anyways, let's jack this thing up and let's get those wheels on here. Factory, and if you're yelling at your computer screen saying, oh my god, the lug nuts are so ugly, I agree. I'm not a fan of the blue, just with how gold these came out. I wish these looked like a factory silver. Oh Jesus, look at the rash on these suckers. It is what it is. I think I might do like a 996 caliber conversion on here, and maybe I'll paint them like the blue that comes on like M3s and stuff like that. So it'll do for now. All right, this thing is looking like an M3, finally. Wheels definitely gave it that look. But I'm not a fan of the calibers. I think they look ugly. I'm glad we got that one unseize. I'm definitely gonna look for a different set of calibers to put in there. I started looking up the 996 caliber conversion, and I really like the way that looks. Definitely gonna change those up. Maybe pick a color that'll go with these lug nuts a little better. I might actually do like wheel spacers too. It'd be nice to have those stick out a little more. But all that isn't gonna fit on this episode. I think it's time for me to edit, but I will tell you this. The next step is most likely gonna be some more cheap stuff. I gotta paint the wheels. I want to paint the wheels, and I want to paint all this stuff to match. I kind of want to go black and white, kind of give it like that stormtrooper look. Yeah, I said that. Probably haven't heard that in years. If you don't know what that means, look it up. Anyways, we got to get the interior back together. Got to get this tin off, vacuum out all that. I think I'm done putting fuel pumps in here so I can put that all back together. Tail lights. I've already been searching online. A lot of you guys said in the comments that stuff was cheap, and it is pretty cheap. At least aftermarket stuff is. And one thing we still need to do, I haven't forgot about, I'm kind of tired of welding on this thing, is we still got to reinforce the rear end of this thing. If you guys remember, it had all this crap on the inside. Honestly, gonna leave it all. But what we are gonna do is cut into this area, and we're gonna put a beam in here. This sucks that it's all like gravel guard black. I think I'll spray my own undercoating on here again, but this time I think I'm gonna spray it white just so it matches, and then I can put this whole trunk back together and have like a factory M3. Well, anyways, you know the deal. Like, comment, share, most important, subscribe, especially if you like watching videos like this where I polish these turds, you know. So, and hopefully you get motivated enough to work on a cart of your own. So yeah, go do that. I'm gonna go at it. See ya.